Like is unlike in a variance of degree, and pleasure, in like manner, is pain. There is no certain truth, only half-truth, and all paradoxes are reconcilable.
The is and isn't merged as one into the shall be. But in the now, what God has made as one, man has torn asunder. Like, though it be apart from lack, is fractional. The difference lies only in semantics.
What happens within you must happen the way you want it, isn't it? If your mind took instructions from you, would you cause pain or joy for yourself? What would you cause? Please make a choice. All human misery is manufactured here, isn't it?
Dopamine is a brain neurotransmitter. Neurons are separated by a small space that's bridged by neurotransmitters, which serve as a built-in control mechanism to regulate the electrical signals propagating throughout the brain. Dopamine is not the only neurotransmitter involved in reward processing, but most neuroscientists agree it is among the most important. A rat who lacks dopamine will not seek out food, even if food is placed just inches from its mouth. Indeed, it will starve to death. Yet if food is put directly into the rat's mouth, it will chew and eat the food, which is why so many scientists believe that dopamine plays a bigger role in motivation than reward, wanting more than liking. In addition to the discovery of dopamine, one of the most remarkable findings in neuroscience in the past century is that the same regions of the brain involved in processing pleasure are also involved in processing pain. Pleasure and pain work like opposite sides of a balance. Imagine our brains contain a balance like a teeter-totter in a child's playground. When nothing is on the balance, it's level with the ground. When we do something pleasurable, dopamine is released in our reward pathway and the balance tips to the side of pleasure. The more our balance tips and the faster it tips, the more pleasure we feel. Any prolonged or repeated departures from hedonic or affective neutrality have a cost. That cost is an after reaction, which is opposite in value to the stimulus.
Our happy chemicals are inherited from earlier mammals, and we control them with brain structures that all mammals have in common. The mammal brain can't tell you in words why it turns on the chemicals because it doesn't process language. When you know what turns them on in animals, everything makes sense. Dopamine surges in a monkey when it sees a fruit it can reach. Each step closer to a reward stimulates more dopamine. But the joy and excitement of dopamine stops when you get what you see because it has already done its job. Then you have to do more to get more. Our brain evolved to promote survival, not to make you feel good.
So don't romanticize pain. That means you're not interested in human well-being. There's a lot of romanticizing of pain. all the time in the world. The moment you romanticize pain, it means you are not interested in human well-being.
The whole of the human experience is a variance from that state of well-being, a departure from that which is safe, a dive into the miasma of dying, experienced in the ebbs and flows of time and space, as pleasure and pain. Life is not a still life, but a still life is like a stone.
We have the liberty to aggrandize that state of well-being only from the perspective of having experienced pain.
And without that aggrandization, there is no want. There is no pleasure.
That we value life is that we have all chosen to die.